Have you ever wondered why realtor fees are so high? It's a question that echoes in the minds of many who've dabbled in the world of buying or selling a home. The truth is, these fees are often inflated due to the mandated involvement of realtors in property transactions. In essence, this creates a monopoly on real estate services, where realtors can set their fees with little regard for the quality or necessity of their services. This monopoly doesn't just mean heftier fees. It also carries with it significant financial implications for buyers and sellers alike. These fees typically equate to a percentage of the property's sale price. The higher the price, the higher the fee, even though the price of the property doesn't necessarily reflect the amount of work done by the realtor. These fees can take a significant chunk out of your budget, but is there another way? It's not just about the money, it's about choice, or rather, the lack of it. You see, when you're mandated to use realtor services, it's like being stuck in a relationship you didn't choose. And even as you watch the rise of futuristic technologies that could easily replace traditional methods, virtual tours, digital contracts, peer-to-peer marketplaces, you're still forced to play by the old rules. Just imagine we have the tech to buy a car or even a mattress online, no middleman needed. Yet, when it comes to the biggest purchase of your life, you're stuck in the past. But the real kicker? This system doesn't just stifle innovation, it builds walls. It creates barriers to entry, especially for those already on the fringes. It turns the dream of homeownership into a mirage for marginalized communities. So, what happens when the system is stacked against you? It's clear that the system needs a change, but how? The answer lies in reform, a rethinking of the current regulatory frameworks that govern real estate transactions. It's about pushing for policies that prioritize consumer choice and affordability. Consider this. What if the regulations were revised to allow for more flexibility in how property transactions are conducted? This could mean opening up the market to non-traditional service providers. For instance, licensed transaction coordinators who specialize in managing real estate transactions, or online platforms that leverage technology to streamline the home buying process. In these alternate scenarios, you're not just a passive observer, but an active participant in your own property transaction. You have the freedom to choose the services that suit your needs and budget, instead of being forced to pay a one-size-fits-all fee. And it's not just about saving money, it's also about fostering competition and innovation in the real estate industry. When traditional realtors have to compete with alternative solutions, they're pushed to improve their services, to offer more value for their fees. This kind of reform would also help to level the playing field for those who are often left behind by the current system. Think about it. High realtor fees can act as barriers to entry for first-time homeowners or small-scale property investors. If we can lower these barriers, we can make homeownership more accessible to a wider range of people. But of course, reform is never easy. It requires a concerted effort from all stakeholders, from policymakers to real estate professionals to you, the consumer. It involves challenging the status quo, questioning long-held beliefs, and embracing new ways of doing things. And it's not just about changing the rules, but also about changing mindsets. It's about recognizing that a fair and inclusive real estate market isn't just beneficial for individual consumers, but for society as a whole. But reform isn't just about changing the rules, it's about changing the mindset. Imagine a real estate market that's fair, transparent, and inclusive. Picture a world where home buyers and sellers call the shots, not bound by the stranglehold of mandated realtor fees. This isn't a far-fetched dream, but a potential reality if we embrace change and reform. Envision increased competition where services are priced based on their true value, not dictated by a monopoly. Imagine innovation blooming, with digital platforms and non-traditional service providers transforming how we buy and sell homes. Think about economic equity where every aspiring homeowner, regardless of their economic background, has a fair shot at the property ladder. This isn't just about saving money, it's about empowering consumers, breaking down barriers to entry, and creating a more inclusive market that serves us all. It's about challenging the status quo and demanding a system that works for the many, not just the few. That's a future worth fighting for. So what can you do to support these changes? Well, you can start by raising your voice. You hold more power than you might think. One of the most effective ways to challenge the status quo is to advocate for change. Talk to your friends, family, neighbors about the inequities in real estate fees. Let's start a conversation that matters. You can also reach out to your local representatives. They are there to represent your interests, and they need to hear your concerns. Write them a letter, send them an email, or even call their office. Let them know that you believe in a fair and accessible real estate market. Consider supporting organizations that are already fighting these battles. They work tirelessly to champion reforms in the real estate sector, and your support can make a big difference. Together, we can make real estate more accessible and equitable. Together, we can make real estate more accessible for everyone. Don't forget, if you want to stay up to date with our latest videos and join us in our mission to challenge the status quo, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, It's Polarizing. By clicking that subscribe button, you're not just joining a community, you're becoming part of the solution. We regularly post videos like this one, offering insights into various sectors and advocating for change. Let's keep this conversation going. Remember, every voice counts, and together, we can make a difference. So, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and let's continue to challenge the status quo. Thank you for your support.